Lucy doesn't really showcase her, combat abilities a lot in the show. So I think we needed to be very creative in terms of like, what kind of moves Lucy should be, performing in the game. And since I mentioned we are, not a specialist in the fighting game genre, so I think we pretty much relied on, Arc System Works to propose us, Monowire abilities or certain Edgerunner abilities, let's say. So, and I think we really didn't have like out of place, proposal from Arc because they really understood our IP super well. So all the proposal actually were really, they all made sense, and we really, I don't think we even rejected like a single move as far as I remember. Did I?
Oh, this is actually the sketches for the character posing ideas. So we made this A to W different type of pose, shown to
like 30 versions, right? So,
yeah, and then ask which kind of pose you like. And then we kind of nail down the details and then do another variations and finalize the character posing.
Yeah, we did kind of, internal vote within CDPR because they were, we are the video game developers, so that's, we, for example, our artists were really interested in how Lucy will be, portrayed in Guilty Gear. So there was like an internal Slack channel where we are kind of, reviewing all the materials, and we did a poll, and the one on the top right, bottom right, was actually chosen as like a final version, right?
Yeah, and you guys talked about how this was kind of like a 50-50 partnership to make sure that Lucy is a great fighting game character. You guys have talked a lot about that. Tell me what it was like to make sure that Lucy is not only a great fit for Guilty Gear Strive, but that you're still staying true to Lucy as a character from Edgerunners.
Can I?
Yeah.
Okay. I think there were like two major aspects in terms of like making sure that Lucy in Guilty Gear stays true to our Lucy in the show. It's like visual and narrative. In terms of like visuals, I think we had like 2D concept artworks created by Trigger artists for the show. A lot of Lucy's concept art, so that I think it was more like a straightforward one-to-one approach, translating Trigger's concept arts into your version of Lucy. So for visuals, as far as I remember, I don't think we really didn't have like any significant issues or like discussions. But narrative is a, as you probably know, narrative is a big focus at CDPR because we are known with narrative-driven RPGs like, The Witcher 3 or Cyberpunk 2077. So we needed to spend a lot of time reviewing dialogues or combat works, stuff like this. We did it in English, in Japanese and Korean. I'm pretty sure it's caused a lot of, troubles on our end, managing like text and voice files. But all in all, I think the effort really paid off, and I think we have, from narrative point of view, I think we have Lucy really staying true to our Lucy in the show.
These are showing 3 moves. I'm not gonna say which moves does what for now, but you might, if you see the show, you might kind of realize that the one on the top is kind of referencing one of the scene in the anime, but the rest 2 on the bottom is totally new that she doesn't actually do in the show. So we kind of make this kind of a different image board and then present to CD Projekt, hoping it's gonna get approved. And yeah, that's how Lucy is developed. So unlike, it's kind of like we did learn like how to bring other IP into a fighting game form, but it's still doing kind of like we kind of, it's interesting. We kind of treated this character like a Guilty Gear character, yeah, in terms of development.
Yeah, well, and that's so interesting how you talk about like how Lucy isn't necessarily like an action-heavy character in the anime itself.
Lucy using her Monowire. I think what was quite interesting was that, like I mentioned, Lucy is a netrunner, right? So basically, if someone is a netrunner, she or he is supposed to be fighting with hacking abilities in Cyberpunk 2077, right? So at the very beginning, when they proposed us like, okay, so the fundamental, combat style will be Monowire based. Then we were, our team was not 100% sure because again, she's a netrunner, but at the same time, for example, you cannot turn somebody into like a cyber psycho and to claim the victory, right? So burn the brain remotely to end the battle. So it's not possible in the fighting game, obviously. So I think we needed to find like a good balance between melee skills and other abilities. And I think eventually, in the end, I think Ark did a fantastic job finding a good balance and so that she's not only like a consistent character, but also enjoyable in terms of like gameplay experience. So I'm pretty sure that you guys will be happy with how Lucy is transformed into a fighting game character here.
We are planning a balance patch on it, so I know people are exhausted about it, but we are doing the test play right now, so please stay tuned. No comment on that.
So there's also gonna be, I don't know how much we can say, so I don't wanna mention it before I get approval by Miyauchi-san, but there's going to be some Edgerunner related elements, right, to be added, not just for Lucy, but also,
Oh, wow, that's a good question.
Yeah, so, there was like question about like, extra elements, so I don't know how much I can say, but I guess, Edgerunner's fan will be happy for sure, yeah.
Homa-san knows that there is like a really big Edgerunners fun, Cyberpunk fun in our development team. And after I announced that Lucy will be added in the season 4, in internal meeting, one of that big fan came to me with like a gigantic proposal. Maybe we should do this.
I want to do this, right?
Yeah. And I want you to bring in this musics. And yeah, so I kind of talked about it to Homa-san. Could we get this kind of musics, and also could we do this kind of things? And it's being all approved, so you'll see, along with Lucy, or if not, at the Lucy timing next update.
Yeah, so I don't want to spoil, the exact tracks, but I can say that we have been very cooperative in terms of like, requests made by Ark, and we are bringing some tracks not only from Edgerunners, but from also from Cyberpunk 2077, the video game. So I'm pretty sure Cyberpunk fans will be quite happy with the updates. I don't know when it's going to happen, but please look forward to it.
Does the inclusion of Lucy affect Guilty Gear's story?
I cannot say anything. So
Well, you know that we have a short arcade mode story. So Lucy will have that, but it's gonna be something special that we are kind of trying to do. It's our first time attempt on the arcade mode doing this kind of thing. I can't tell you the details, but it's 3 times long.
Wow.
Wow.
That's why it was really
Right.
hard for us doing all the recordings for Japanese, English, and Korean
Right.
voices. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I mentioned, the narrative is actually a quite big focus at CDPR. So Lucy cannot just randomly appears in the world of Guilty Gear through a portal or something like that, right? So we have to have like good reasoning why Lucy ends up being in the world of Guilty Gear, and at the same time, she has her own duties in Night City. So she of course have to come back to Night City. So our narrative team actually spent some time making sure that the story told in the story mode in Guilty Gear is something that we can something that does work with the universe, lore in Cyberpunk 2077. So that's probably one of the most difficult, aspects of our collaboration. We did spend a lot of time reviewing like dialogues, changing them even, and yeah.
So, will there be any Easter eggs found within Guilty Gear Strive referencing Edgerunners the anime, including any locations or characters other than Lucy?
Well, yeah, there are.
Well,
They are.
Easter eggs are meant to be discovered by the players, right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say which ones are, but I'm pretty sure people will find out, and I'm really excited to see people finding out and taking reactions on it. So, yeah.
When can we expect to hear more information regarding Lucy in Guilty Gear?
So, there's a big fighting game tournament going on in Las Vegas this year, right? So,
Who here's going to Evo? Yeah?
So that's gonna be the place where we are planning to drop the trailer. Please stay tuned.